All right, good afternoon, folks. We are in northern Japan, the Tohoku region, specifically the Iwate Prefecture and the town of Kuji. Now, this area has the distinction of being known as Japan's most northern female seafood divers, specifically uni or sea urchins, and they are absolutely incredible. And it's very famous. It was made famous by the TV drama, very comedic drama, about 10 years ago called Amachan. It was set up here in the city of Kuji. And to this day, and before the TV channel, the TV show, they were definitely still here. But after that, they got very, very popular. As you can see there, the tourists here, they come and they watch these young ladies diving into the very cold, even in summer here. We're here during Natsuyasumi, the summer vacation, and there's quite a bit. There's probably 200-300 tourists, ourselves included, even though we live here. 200-300 tourists sitting here watching these young ladies dive. And I say young ladies, and they start training in middle school and high school. The divers, the headliners you see in the water right there are probably in their mid-20s to mid-30s-ish. There are a group of older divers, the elders, the mentors, if you will. They do dive occasionally, but during the tourist months, the mid-20s to mid-30s seems to draw the crowds. And they're diving for uni, diving for sea urchins. They take them right off the bottom there. And they're about 20, 30 feet of water here, maybe 10. And they're all free diving. There's no weights. They don't have any belts. They don't have any snorkels. They do have masks, as you can see there, but they don't have any fins or anything. They're just free diving down. They have that little iron hook that you see there to help pull them off. They do wear gloves. These sea urchins, they aren't extremely prickly. You can hold them, and afterwards, after these Amachans came out of the water, we were able to go and see the sea urchins they brought up. And so they're not extremely sharp, but they're sharp enough that you want to have gloves. You see here a little later, they start going out a little bit. They are diving during the months of August and September, and they dive every weekend for the tourist crowd. And then during the week, you can reserve a private diving of up to, I think it's like 10 guests. So if you bring your family up here, you can reserve a private dive, if you will. You can't go in with them, right? They just bring it up for you. If you do that, you can they'll have a little fire up there, a little steaming booth, if you will, steaming setup, and you can actually steam the sea urchins they bring up and eat them right there on the beach. Now, this tradition is in this area goes back hundreds of years. They are very, very proud of the fact that they are the northernmost female free divers for seafood, and it is seafood. They were made famous by the sea urchins, of course, the uni, but they dive for scallops and crab and abalone, if I'm pronouncing that right. So it's any of this in the seafood, but during the tourist season, they are focused on the sea urchin because that's what made them famous. The water here isn't freezing cold here in August in northern Japan. It is the Pacific, so it's not warm by any means. But there's a bit of a tradition that the females can dive longer because the bodies are built to resist the cold a little bit more up here. So there's a tradition of the females being the divers, and the men, of course, are out in the boats. Going for the fishing in a fishing area, of course. Modern day, fishing is a lot more industrialized, commercialized. So we've lost a lot of those traditions. But this group here is very focused on maintaining that tradition, and you can go see it. So if you're looking to see a traditional fishery. You can come here to Kuji, and you can Google it in English or Japanese, the Amachan of Kuji Iwate. Make that a stop on your trip up here. Very, very cute, very quaint, very traditional experience, and just lovely. These young ladies are out here working and showing the tourist a piece of old Japan that is slowly fading away, and hopefully they can preserve that for a long time to come. So come on out, take a look. It's not expensive. I think on a lot of Sundays it's actually free. But if you can patronize this group a little bit with either purchasing some of their wares or even reserving a private viewing of their skills, their diving skills there, they'd certainly appreciate it, and maybe do a little something to help preserve the traditional aquaculture of Japan.